So now we are going to see about the biomechanics of the expiration. So how does the expiration happen and what are all the muscles that help in this process? So first we should know what is expiration. So expiration is simply the air that leaves the lung. So air leave the lungs. When we talk about the air which leaves the lung, we just kind of focus on the carbon dioxide that has already been transferred from the blood into the alveoli. So the carbon dioxide that generally leaves the lungs, this process is called as the expiration. And expiration is usually a passive process, so it doesn't need energy or some stuffs like that, because it is like a general reflex action. So expiration is just a passive process, so it doesn't need any special energy to do this specific process. And what happens during the expiratory process? So we'll see the pictures. So this is the expiratory process. Alright, E here. So during the expiratory process, the thoracic cage and the lungs decrease in size. So we can see that the thoracic cage just goes back to its normal position, and during inspiration, which is in the right side here, the rib cage just expanded, but during expiration the rib cage goes back. The size of the thoracic cage decreases, and so does the lungs. The lungs also tend to decrease in size, so we can see the difference in size. While expiration, the lungs expanded, which is over here, you can see it here, the expansion of the lungs, and here the lungs, the size of the lungs have just decreased during the process of expiration. So we'll note out there that during expiration the thoracic cage and the size of the lung decreases. And now we'll talk about the pressure changes which happens during the expiration. So pressure. So first we'll note down the normal atmospheric pressure. The normal pressure for the atmospheric air. So the normal pressure for atmospheric air is around 760 mm mercury. And during the expiratory process, we should focus on the intra-alveolar pressure, because the exchange of oxygen in return to the carbon dioxide just starts at the alveoli. So the excess of the carbon dioxide, that is the waste products from the blood vessels, are delivered first to the alveoli. So here the focus on the intra-alveolar pressure is very important. Intra-alveolar pressure. So when we look at the intra-alveolar pressure during the process of expiration, it tends to look greater than the atmospheric pressure. So it looks greater than the atmospheric pressure, that is greater than 760 mm Hg. So when the pressure inside the lung is greater, the air tends to move out from the higher pressure to the lower pressure. So the air expels out from the lungs to the atmosphere. This is how the air leaves the lung. So we should note that there is a positive pressure inside the intra-alveolar pressure, that is inside the lung. So it might generally result in one or two difference, that is the intra-alveolar pressure may be around 761 compared to the atmospheric. Just positive 1 mm Hg is just enough to expel the air out from the lungs. And the muscles that involve in this expiratory process, so we have two types of muscles, that is the primary muscles and the accessory muscles which help the primary muscles. So now we'll look about the primary muscles. So the primary muscles that aid in the expiratory process are the internal intercostal muscles. The internal intercostal muscles, which are present beneath the external intercostal muscles that is present below the ribs. So we can see the internal intercostal muscles which are present beneath the ribs, which is present over here, we can notice here, and the accessory muscles that involved in the expiratory process. So the accessory or the secondary muscles which involve are the abdominal muscles. The abdominal muscles also aid in the expiratory process. We can see the abdominal muscles over here. And generally during the process of inspiration and expiration, during the inspiration, which is here, the diaphragm contracts and moves down. So generally the diaphragm has a dome shape which is like this, an inverted U. So this dome shape is the normal shape of the diaphragm, but during inspiration this dome shape just expands and it tends to become flat so that the lungs could expand and the air could come easily from the atmosphere. But during the expiration, the diaphragm tends to relax and move up and attain its previous position. So this is expiratory process, and during the expiratory process we can see that the diaphragm attains its original dome shape over here. So that applies the pressure towards the lung, and the lung tends to decrease in size, and the pressure inside the alveoli, when it tends to become positive, the air is expelled out of the lungs. So this is how the expiratory process takes place, and the muscle that involved in this process are the internal intercostal muscles, which are the primary muscles, and the secondary muscles are the abdominal muscles.